And good morning. This is Teresa Salazzoni, and we are bringing you our first segment of Schools in Session. And the first segment is Logan Hawkins School District. And we have in the studio with us this morning, Rebecca Osburn, who's the principal at Green Elementary School. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Always our pleasure. Now, when we had you in last time, we did speak a little bit about the Leader in Me program that happens at Green Elementary School.
We did, and we talked a lot about the program, and we had reached lighthouse status, which for us meant that we were at full implementation, which was a very exciting celebration for our school this year. And we've been continuing to develop and foster leadership in our students throughout this school year.
And speaking of students, we have some other guests today with us. Do you want to introduce who's here with us?
I do. I have a representation from our school building this morning, and it's always more fun when we can talk about student leadership with the actual students. So I have with us today Issac Guess, Logan Bailey, Katie Cory, and Megan Ferri.
Well, welcome to each of you. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your busy school day to join us here at SAM FM and 103.3 LGN. We appreciate it.
I think they're excited.
I think they are too. All right. So I understand that they have some things to share with us this morning.
They do. What I've asked them to do is to come down and to explain a little bit about some of the 7 habits of happy kids and how we use them in our school setting and how they might use them at home. So they've selected some habits that they'd like to share. And then they've also identified some job roles that they do at the school that they wanted to share about and some activities we thought we'd give the public a little information about that we do at our school.
Perfect. I'm sure everyone's going to love this. So here we go.
Hello, my name is Logan Bailey. I will be talking about habit 4, think, win, win. Whenever I want to play one game and my friends want to play the other game, I do 15 minutes of each.
That's good. That's a good habit.
That is, and that's one way that we use win-win at our school is asking students to problem solve and to see if they can come up with compromises so everyone can feel like they've accomplished something.
Hi, I'm Issac Guess, and I will be talking about habit number 3, first things first. And I use first things first a lot in before care and after care and at home to do my work, then I play.
So one of the habits is talking about priorities and how we can set those priorities. So in our school, we say we work hard and we play hard, but the kids know work comes first.
That's another great habit.
Hi, my name is Katie Cory, and I'm talking about habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. I don't talk over people whenever they're talking.
So we use this habit a lot in our building. We talk about being a good habit number 5 listener, making sure that you're truly listening to understand and not just to respond, which is a habit we all have to break sometimes, but we really work on trying to understand the other person's point of view before we respond and not just sitting there waiting to get our piece out.
I would say that that is a habit that all of us adults could work on as well. Maybe you could teach us a few things.
My name's Megan Ferri, and how I use the first habit of being proactive is I don't hurt others and I be calm when I do my actions.
So in the 7 habits, we talk about being proactive as being in charge of ourselves. So we know that we're responsible for all of our actions. So our kids know we have to treat people with respect and kindness. And if we do something that wasn't the greatest choice, that we have to own it and try to make up for it if we need to, apologize, but also that we can move on and we can use it as a learning experience and go forward from there.
That's right. Those are some great habits that I think that some adults really could use in their life as well as we go through life. It's really great that these kids are going to learn this now because they're a future.
And that's what we're hoping. Our staff has learned them all and has had to work hard to put them into practice both professionally and personally. And that's really become our operating system, I think, more and more in our own lives and then at school. So we're really trying to instill that in the students. And the more experience they have with them, I think the more naturally it comes.
I would agree with that. And I tell you, I can always tell when parents have students that attend Green Elementary School because I see on their Facebook posts that, work first, then play, and some of the key habits that you guys just discussed. So it really does seem that it's becoming embedded as a part of their life.
And that's our goal. So we want to do actually more parent education too, because we want to see that connection build at home too, because we really do believe this can be your personal operating system that you can move forward with throughout the rest of your life. So we're starting early.
That's good because that also will make them great employees when they get older.
That's our hope. They can definitely do, anything they'd want to do, but you have to be able to function and have confidence in yourself, and you have to be able to interact with other people appropriately. So that's our goal.
Wonderful. wonderful. What else do you have for us today?
The students also have some job roles that they are involved with at our building that they wanted to share. Everybody from preschool on up to fourth grade has either classroom job roles or building-wide job roles that they participate in, trying to build that understanding of leadership and responsibility. And so each of the students has identified something that they're involved with, so they're going to explain those to you.
Great.
My jobs are bus patrol, announcements, and recess equipment. At bus patrol, I make sure that everybody's doing what they should be, and announcements, I say all the things that are going on important. And recess equipment, I get all the equipment at the end of the day outside.
And tell everyone your name again because they won't be able to see you.
Logan Bailey.
Logan Bailey. Okay, thank you.
And Logan's one of our fourth graders, so those students are involved in some school-wide job positions that help the whole building. And we hand them responsibility just like we do the adults. The kids have key to get in and out of the building with recess equipment. They're helping to make sure all the students are safe, leading out to the buses at the end of the day for bus patrol. They really step up and take it seriously, and that's really important to us.
Those are some big jobs. Thank you for your contribution.
This is Issac Guess again. I carry the before care breakfast totes down, and I just make sure every class gets a breakfast.
So this year, our school started breakfast in the classroom, and one of the responsibilities that we turned over to the students was being able to deliver those breakfast totes to the correct classrooms for us. We were doing it with staff, and we were really scrambling to try to get it done. And one day we thought, we have kids that are here that are so eager to help. And so we pulled a group together and said, would you be willing to help us do this? And every one of them said yes, and every one of them has been ready to go. And breakfast has not been late since we started with the kids. And they do a great job of making sure everything gets where it needs to be, whether it's the totes, whether it's the rack, just making sure that our kids can be ensured that their breakfast will be on time and ready to go when they walk in the door.
That's wonderful. I remember a few years ago when I was in elementary school, and one of the big things was getting to take the snack, go get the milk, and pass it out to the classes. So it's good.
It is. And the kids are always, they're so eager to help. So anything we can turn over to them ends up running very smoothly.
That's good.
I'm Katie Cory again, and I am the Student Lighthouse. And what we do is we help plan stuff to decorate stuff, and we pick out on Dress Your Best. We got to pick some stuff out on the tables, and we help put some stuff together to put on the ceiling.
So Katie's part of our Student Lighthouse team. This is similar to a student council group. We have representation from grades 3 and 4, and they help to plan the events in our building. So the event that she was referring to is Dress Your Best. It's our annual fancy luncheon that we do. We have students dress up, and we have a very civilized lunch, I like to say. We have music playing, we have table decorations, we have dessert provided by PTO. And this year, our Student Lighthouse team chose to build their theme around kindness, and they chose all of the table decorations and made them and helped to put out the desserts and serve and clean up at lunch. So it was a very impressive event. And they'll help with our charity fundraisers. They help to organize some things in the school. One of the ideas that they came up with was a student suggestion box that's being implemented this week so that the kids can have more voice. So this is almost our kid clearinghouse for what they want to see happen in our building. And then we turn responsibility over to them. We have family nights, and they'll run the registration table for us. They'll help to set up after school, those kinds of things. So it's been nice to see that group of students participate in that group setting. We have 2 adult advisors, Mrs. Swope and Mrs. Hill, who help with that. And the students apply for positions on that team. So they have to do an application process talking about their leadership role, how they think they can contribute to our building. And then those are vetted by people outside of our school, and students are selected for those positions.
That's wonderful. And so someday when they do a resume, they're going to be able to add event planner and lots of things.
They should have some ideas of what an application would look like, and then how they can speak highly of themselves and what their strengths are.
That's wonderful.
This is Megan Ferri again, and my classroom jobs are to open and shut the door and turn off and on the light switches.
So within our classrooms, there are multiple jobs also. So we try to build leadership both in the classroom as well as across the building. So depending on the grade level, there are lots of positions available. Some have fancier names than others, but we do try to turn over some of the responsibilities of classroom management to the students. And they also take their jobs very seriously and are very eager to participate in those too. Some classes do it where they have applications where students will select some jobs. Others have positions that are more on a rotating basis. So it just depends on the grade level and how that works.
Well, certainly it's been wonderful having all of you in the studio today, and it's not very often that we get kids, our future, coming in to speak about what they're doing. So it gives me great confidence in our future listening to these young folks here that attend Green Elementary School.
Well, thank you, and thanks for allowing us to have this opportunity.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. So thanks again for coming in, guys. And this has been the first segment of Schools in Session at 98.3 CMFM and 103.3 LGN.